there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we're talking love and marriage, Huntsville. Y'all know why y'all here. Anything I say is alleged and in my very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is ever personal. And of course, the Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description. So just a couple of housekeeping items before we get into it. As you guys know, new year, new me. Follow for free. Free to follow me on all my platforms. If you haven't already, I'm not going to assume. Follow me, of course, here on Anonymous Tea. Follow my other page, Anonymous Tea Podcast. Like I said, we got some good stuff coming in this week. Follow my TikTok, Anonymous Tea Podcast, because I've got somebody I need to drag who's melanemic today. Also, do not forget to follow me on Anonymous Reality T as well, you guys. So let's get into it. So Urban Bell, you guys, they have picked up on Marsau dragging Martell Holt in the upcoming episode for filth, and we are going to talk about it and give a reaction. So it says the following. It says that Marsau Scott embarrasses Martell Holt in upcoming episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and it says that Marsau and Martell's friendship is pretty much non-existent on the current season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. A few episodes ago, Martell told Marsau he didn't like what Marsau said about his conviction during his appearance on Carlos King's YouTube channel. Marsau said he lost respect for Martell when Marsau stood on his opinion in person. It resulted in an argument between the two men. Marsau quipped he would not lose his marriage to a, quote, shareable side chick like Martell did. Martell then accused Letitia Scott of being, quote, nasty in college. Martell also accused Marsau of cheating on Letitia with multiple women. When Marsau and Letitia told Martell to provide proof, he did not. Martell also blamed Letitia for Melody Cherie Rogers filing for divorce. Martell also accused, and things only worsened when Letitia clapped back at Martell on Carlos King's YouTube channel. She accused Martell of sleeping with men while he was in college. When Carlos told Letitia to use the word allegedly, Letitia refused. Martell responded by threatening to sue and interviewing a woman who alleged she slept with Marsau and Marie Scott. He also posted a photo of a man he alleged Letitia slept with to Instagram. The unnamed man went on a fishing trip with Marsau. Considering recent social media developments and the upcoming episodes, it's clear Martell and Marsau won't be on peaceful terms anytime soon. In a preview for the next episode, Marsau and Martell will have another messy exchange. Marsau tells Martell, "You sound pathetic." Martell responds, No, you're making your wife look pathetic." Marsau continues as Martell stands up. "You can't storm off, but guess what?" Martell denies that he is walking off. Marsau stands up and fixes his jacket before smugly telling Martell, "I'm simply better than you. Understand that in every aspect of your life." So I know that this clip has got a lot of people talking in terms of, all the things like, what does this really mean? What is he really trying to say as it pertains to the show and all this and that? But like I said, time and time again, I said that, kind of echoing what Mel said to Martell, the Scotts were not his friends. And these people didn't really like him. They liked what him and Mel were able to do for them. But they always intended on, once they got to a certain level of success or got back on their feet, they were always going to turn on them. And Mel realized it well before Martell did. Martell was thinking, because they were on his side for the divorce, that meant that he could continue bashing Mel and that this was still like a quote-unquote friendship. No. Martell, they only still entertained you because they didn't want you to expose their secrets. They wanted to make sure the pact of whatever tea that they do not want aired on this show and exposed on the show was going to remain intact. It was never a friendship. It was an acquaintance of convenience, if you will. Because here's the thing. A real friend is not going to abandon you when things get tough, like with what happened with Mel. A real friend is not going to bash you behind your back, which is what most of this cast does. A real friend is not going to be hanging out with your side chicks and be in communication with your side chicks and all the things. And what type of friendship does Martell and Marsau have that Marsau apparently, allegedly, has at least one video of sorts of Martell's concubine, aka slide chick, not slide chick, that too, slide chick and side chick, aka Grand Central Station, aka the Choo Choo Train, getting trains ran on her. What friends are keeping footage of this like this? Unless y'all are in an agreement, y'all are all out here swinging in these streets. But usually people who are partaking in the lifestyle are swinging with their significant others, and everything else. Everybody is aware that this whole thing where you said, oh, these are what, my boys are doing. I didn't start cheating till I met these people, da-da-da-da-da. But they seem to still be the only people who are still married but you. So even if they were worse cheaters than you, Martell, they weren't out here getting side chicks pregnant. They weren't out here leaving their families and completely divorcing and everything. See, that's where you messed up, Martell. You thought that this could continue for you. And Mel kept saying, they not like us. And you missed the memo. Where is the brain and the functionality of the brain? But you can't be mad about it now. All of the signs were there. You didn't want to listen. You thought that you knew better than everyone else. You thought that your medium suits were going to save the day once again, and the people did not care. But as for the thing, because I know a lot of people are hyping up, what Marsau said and everything else. And listen, a read is a read, right? But the funny thing is that I think Marsau thinks he can actually, overtake Martell, which is actually funny in itself. Because here's the thing, when Mel and Tell were actually in sync and actually on the same page, they dominated. They were a true definition of what a power couple looked like, right? And a lot of people were envious of them. A lot of people were envious. I mean, they had books, they had, all these speaking engagements, they were winning awards and all the things. They really knew how to work it. They knew how to work these public events and everything else. They really had it. And Martell bleeped it all up. But like I keep saying, even if they try to, redirect this show and focus it around Scott 1.0 and Scott 2.0, whether Mel is there or not, I just don't feel that everybody is ready for prime time. Everyone is not ready for prime time and what all that entails, you guys. Because how can it be after 9 seasons, you have no problems laughing it up at all the Mel and Tell drama, and now all of a sudden you're going to be thrusted into the spotlight on a full-time basis, and you think it's a key, you think it's a gag that you're going to be, quote-unquote, you think you're going to overtake Martell, you think it's a some type of read that your life is better than Martell's? Oh, okay. I mean, here's the thing. Like they say, be careful what you wish for. Be careful for what you wish for. You just might get it. And if you really want that same type of spotlight that Mel and Tell had, well, here you go. Here you go. But when things start to happen and random stuff starts coming out the woodworks, I don't want to hear it, you guys. I do not want to hear it because nonetheless, where else does the show have to go from here? And that's my piece too, is that there has been no development of a lot of these relationships, a lot of, what we expected to see from these other couples on the show. So you can't just do a hard pivot all of a sudden after 9 seasons to, try to do this big old rebrand and all this, as if we're supposed to forget all of the shenanigans that continue to take place on social media. So you're better than Martell in every single aspect of his life, and you don't think Martell's got something for you? Because like I said, I still felt like this, you know, the plain side trick, not a slide trick. I gotta stop. Slide chick and side trick, y'all. New terms for 2025: slide trick and slide chick. I don't think that was the end of whatever Martell's got cooking. But I don't think that, based off of the disastrous of an interview that just took place a few weeks back with the plain slide trick, is he doesn't have the tools to properly execute an expose on somebody. Especially if he's going to involve Grand Central Station, the Choo Choo Train, as well. It's already failure to launch as far as I'm concerned. You're better off just calling Tasha K back and trying to get things resolved there. But yeah, that was really it. Just that, you know, they made the blogs, they made the big blogs, you know, this particular scene. I'm actually surprised Urban Bell, though, didn't talk about Mel and Marquez's scene, because I believe the count now for that particular video, if I quickly go take a look, and this is just only on one platform, that the viewership, because even, you know, Markellity was feeling it, right? He was feeling it. He was into it. He wanted this to be a thing. 111,000 views, you guys. It was the most viewed clip out of the entire episode. 111,000 views. So when people want to say, oh, they can move on without Mel, they can move on without her and everything else, and that they're glad if she leaves the show for good, well, who's bringing in those views based off of just a clip? Who's bringing in that type of entertainment and that type of energy? Now, if the show is trying to anchor the show, like I said, around Mel and Marsau, that's a different conversation. But like I said, if they're trying to anchor it around Marsau and Tisha and try to put them in the slot that the Holtz previously had, I think they are overestimating what that is going to look like and thinking that that's going to replicate the success. And I feel like desperately, if the show is slated to return and if they truly are filming a new season, there is so much work that needs to be done, and an actual revamp and an actual cast revamp. That's why I said them taking a hiatus, like a year off or something, I feel like would be best for everybody involved. And hopefully they could bring in some new couples that are going to bring something to the show, because people are not feeling trend. They're not. And it sounds like, you know, Sunny was one and done, that she came in, she conquered, and she left. So we need something else. But yeah, that's all I had. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.